A pair of snow leopard cubs, covered in frost and shivering, huddle together on a narrow, snowy ledge high in the mountains. Their mother is missing, buried under a recent avalanche. The cubs' fur is matted with snow, their eyes wide with fear. Snowflakes swirl in the air, and the jagged cliffs around them create a sense of extreme isolation. The cubs try to move, but their tiny paws slip on the icy surface. One cub has a small wound on its leg, leaving a faint trail of blood on the snow. They call out in distress, their breath visible in the freezing air. Above them, the sky darkens with approaching storm clouds, and the wind picks up. The injured cub collapses, too weak to stand. The other cub nudges its sibling, mewing desperately. The ledge they are on is barely wide enough to hold them, and the steep drop below is a deadly fall. High above, a golden eagle circles, its sharp eyes scanning the scene. The eagle lets out a piercing cry, swooping lower as if signaling danger. Snow trembles on the cliffside, threatening another avalanche. The cubs press themselves against the icy rock, trembling. This is their most critical moment, with survival hanging by a thread. At a nearby ranger station, a team of rescuers watches the eagle's unusual behavior. Using binoculars and thermal imaging, they spot the stranded cubs. A team of mountaineers and wildlife veterinarians quickly prepares. Dressed in bright orange cold weather gear, they load up snowmobiles and a helicopter with climbing ropes, medical kits, and heated blankets. The rescue team arrives near the mountain ledge, carefully navigating the treacherous terrain. One rescuer, secured by ropes, leans over the edge, assessing the cubs' condition. The wind howls around them, and snow whips through the air, making the descent perilous. The climber slowly descends, reaching out to the cubs. The uninjured cub flinches but doesn't run, while the injured cub remains curled up, too weak to react. The rescuer extends a gloved hand, letting the cubs sniff before gently wrapping them in a warming cloth. A second rescuer joins, carefully placing the injured cub into a heated pouch designed to retain body warmth. The team checks for frostbite and begins treating the wounded leg with antiseptic. The uninjured cub stays close, watching nervously. On a more stable surface, the team continues evaluating the cubs. A veterinarian listens to their heartbeats with a stethoscope, while another rescuer provides hydration using a syringe feeder. The team leader checks their surroundings for additional avalanche risks. The golden eagle continues circling overhead, watching the rescue unfold. It suddenly lets out another sharp cry, alerting the team to shifting snow above. The rescuers react immediately, securing the cubs and preparing for an emergency evacuation. The team quickly hoists the cubs up the mountain, using harnesses and pulleys to lift them safely. The snow shifts ominously as the last rescuer climbs back up. In the background, the helicopter waits with its doors open, ready for transport. Inside the helicopter, the cubs are wrapped in thermal blankets, their fur drying. The injured cub licks a rescuer's hand weakly, a sign of growing trust. The other cub snuggles closer, absorbing the warmth. The team exchanges relieved glances, knowing the worst is over. At the ranger station, the cubs rest on soft bedding. A rescuer sits beside them, gently stroking their fur. The uninjured cub curiously places a paw on the rescuer's arm, while the injured one purrs faintly in gratitude. The emotional bond between human and animal is evident. The cubs, now stronger, are transported to a protected sanctuary in a specially designed carrier. The sanctuary is a vast, snowy landscape with plenty of climbing structures and natural hiding spots. The cubs peek out, eyes bright with curiosity. The cubs step into their new habitat, sniffing the air and tentatively exploring. Their fur is clean and the injured cub walks with a slight limp, but is clearly recovering. The rescue team watches from a distance, smiling at their success. The cubs playfully chase each other in the snow, their ordeal behind them. In the background, the rescuers wave goodbye before heading back to their vehicles. The golden eagle soars above, as if keeping watch over the cubs one last time. The mission is complete.